In terms of his release, they said Combs would submit to drug testing. Prosecutors argued strongly against Combs' release. Prosecutors pointed to testimony from the trial in arguing why Combs should remain in custody. They said that his team did not contest that he was physically violent and a rampant drug user. In a letter submitted to the judge, the government said, quote, "A detention is mandatory following a conviction of this offense. The government has been unable to locate a case in which a defendant was released from custody following such a conviction."
Y'all, this might be one of the wildest and most disturbing turns in the Diddy saga so far. Because just when people thought nothing else could possibly come out, just when the headlines were already drowning in raids, lawsuits, and old stories resurfacing, that's when a whisper from inside the prison walls hit the internet like a lightning bolt. And this time, it didn't come from a lawyer, an ex-friend, or some anonymous source on social media. No, according to insiders, it came from a nurse. A nurse who claims she saw something she wasn't supposed to see, something Diddy allegedly kept hidden for years, something even the people closest to him never knew. And when she looked at that medical file, she reportedly froze, because the paperwork inside didn't look like a routine health chart. It looked like a history, a long one. And if the reports are even halfway true, then y'all, this man wasn't just hiding secrets.
You know, the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, and it got so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong. The man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
He was allegedly hiding a whole medical storm that could flip everything we thought we knew about him. People who've worked in prisons say nurses are the last people you want keeping secrets. They see everything, they hear everything, and sometimes they know more about a person's truth than their family does. So when this nurse, who insiders claim has been around long enough to know when something's off, started telling coworkers what she saw, the whispers started spreading fast. The kind of fast that makes guards nervous and inmates start staring. And what she allegedly revealed didn't just shock people, it terrified them. Because according to her, Diddy's medical report wasn't just thick, it was filled with red flags. Pages mentioning long-term infections, notes about repeated treatments, and references to conditions most people would never expect to be associated with someone who once ran the music industry like a private kingdom.
Telling me I'm HIV negative.
Absolutely HIV negative.
But doctors warn his body is hanging by a thread.
You're endangered.
But before we even dive into that file, we need to take a step back. Because none of this, not the weight loss, not the strange rumors, not the sudden tension around him, started inside prison. People have been asking questions about Diddy's health for years. His court appearances, his quiet absences, those sudden changes in his physical appearance, all of it made fans wonder what was going on behind the scenes. Some said it was stress, others said lifestyle, but a few? They believed something deeper was going on, something hidden. Now, let's rewind even further, because every storm has a beginning, and Diddy's story has always been surrounded by shadows. Way before the lawsuits, way before the raids, way before the world started connecting dots, there were those early signs that something wasn't right. You could see it in the people around him, the folks who suddenly disappeared, the ones who distanced themselves, the ones who seemed traumatized by something they would never quite explain. Take Craig Mack, for example. He wasn't just some artist.
Real black neighborhoods, so real black families could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You wanna know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G?
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names.
He was literally part of the foundation that launched Bad Boy Records into the stratosphere. And then, out of nowhere, he vanished. Years later, when people found out he had left the entire industry behind to join a secluded religious group in South Carolina, the questions began. And when he passed away from complications related to a serious infection, those questions only got louder. People close to him claimed he went through emotional turmoil before leaving music entirely. Some believed he saw things or experienced things that made him walk away from everything he once loved. And the reason this matters now is because when the nurse's alleged story started circulating, people immediately thought back to all those old rumors. Suddenly, they weren't just stories anymore. They felt connected. They felt like pieces of a puzzle nobody knew they were supposed to build.
Died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
According to insiders, the prison nurse said the medical file she saw included documentation of multiple STDs, including ones that raised serious concern. Some whispers even mentioned the possibility of long-term infections that require consistent monitoring. Now, everything she said is still unverified, still alleged, still circulating in the rumor mill, but that didn't stop inmates from panicking, because according to people inside, Diddy hasn't exactly been keeping to himself. And in a place where privacy doesn't exist, where inmates gossip like it's currency, this rumor spread through the building in minutes. And here's where things get even messier. People say the tension around Diddy's presence in prison has skyrocketed. Some inmates became fearful, others became obsessed. A few reportedly tried getting close to him. And in an environment where protection isn't guaranteed and medical access is limited, you can imagine how fast paranoia started spreading. Guards, inmates, staff, everyone suddenly wanted to know whether the rumors were real, whether the file was real, whether Diddy was carrying something that should have been disclosed to the prison community. But here's the twist nobody expected. This wasn't the first time whispers about Diddy's health made people uneasy. Even before prison, rumors surfaced online about his private lifestyle, especially the wild parties he was known for hosting. People who claimed to be there described scenes that were chaotic, no rules, no boundaries, no precautions. And when the feds raided his homes, the details shocked people, not because of weapons or money or technology, but because of what wasn't found. Despite all those headlines about baby oil bottles stacked in closets and rooms prepared for intimate parties, not a single mention of protective tools. That's when people started asking real questions, because a lifestyle that wild, with no structure, no safety, no limits, can have consequences. And now, with this nurse's alleged report surfacing, folks feel like the puzzle pieces are snapping together in a way nobody expected. And just when people thought it couldn't get more chaotic, Jaguar Wright spoke up. You'll already know Jaguar doesn't hold her tongue for anybody. In one of her intense interviews, she claimed Diddy had been dealing with serious health issues for years. She even mentioned a list of industry men she claimed were infected too. She didn't drop names, she didn't show proof, but she made it clear she wasn't backing down. And whether people believed her or not, her comments added gasoline to a fire that was already burning out of control. Then people started remembering Usher's old stories about Flavor Camp, how he was just 13 when Diddy took him under his wing, how he described the environment as curious, how he openly admitted he would never send his kids there. Suddenly, folks were connecting those memories with the current allegations and thinking, what exactly was happening behind those closed doors? What did those kids see? What were they exposed to? And it doesn't end there. Because one name that resurfaced recently was Jonathan Audi, a name most people forgot. Years ago, he had a public breakdown and claimed he was coerced into encounters involving Diddy and Cassie. At the time, people dismissed him. But now, insiders say his name actually popped up in files during the federal investigation, and that changed everything. But the most heartbreaking name in all of this is Kim Porter. She wasn't just an ex, she was the mother of his children, someone who loved him for decades, someone who stood by him during chaos after chaos. And when she passed away suddenly, fans around the world were devastated. But recently, new whispers surfaced, whispers claiming that parts of her real autopsy were never made public. Some insiders alleged that she had been diagnosed with a serious condition. Nothing has ever been confirmed, but the timing of her passing and the silence around it have fueled theories that refuse to die. Now here's the part that really hits people in the gut. Because when you look at everyone who surrounded Diddy, the artists, the friends, the women, the men, so many of them either distanced themselves, broke down emotionally, disappeared completely, or stayed quiet behind ironclad NDAs. And when you add in the rumors of hush money, settlements, silenced voices, it paints a picture that's hard to ignore. And now, inside prison, it's all repeating itself. The same fear, the same tension, the same whispers, all because of one alleged medical file, one nurse, one story that Diddy apparently never wanted anyone to know. If these rumors, and again, they are just rumors, are true, then it means this situation is bigger than a scandal, bigger than a lawsuit, bigger than an arrest. It means Diddy may have been running from something much deeper, much darker, and much more personal than anyone realized. Something he allegedly hid from partners, from friends, maybe even from his own family. But here's the heartbreaking truth. Whether the medical file is real or not, whether the nurse's story holds weight or not, whether these are facts or just whispers, the damage is done. Fans are terrified, inmates are panicking, and the entire world is watching a man who once seemed untouchable become a storm of rumors so loud nobody can turn away. People are now asking the real question: if this file is real, who else knew? Who else was exposed? Who else was kept in the dark? How many NDAs were used to hide the truth? How many people suffered silently? And how long has all of this been brewing beneath the surface? Whether the truth eventually comes out or remains locked behind sealed documents, one thing is certain: Diddy's legacy will never look the same. His empire is crumbling in slow motion. His secrets, real or rumored, are unfolding like a tragic story we never expected to hear. And the world is left wondering, how much do we really know about the people who build their lives on power, fame, and silence? Y'all, drop your thoughts in the comments, because this situation isn't just messy, it's a whole storm. And the deeper you look, the darker it gets.